wow, this channel is still alive. Anyways, thanks for stopping by on the channel today. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff down below. Honestly, I'm not sure how often I'll make videos for this channel. A lot of things have been happening in the gaming industry that has been making me want to make more videos for this channel, just to kind of talk and get some things off my chest. And sometimes things just happen and it makes you want to just express yourself to everybody, even if nobody listens. It's a great thing about the internet. Anyways, today's topic, if you couldn't tell from the title, it's about Anthem. And as I'm sure everybody knows by now, Anthem Next has been canceled. Now, we were hearing rumors about this for, I think, about a week now, that EA was pondering about canceling the development of Anthem Next. And I don't know if I was just one of the few or one of the many, but I was hoping that EA wouldn't cancel it. I was really hoping that they would continue with the development for Anthem Next to revamp the game. Because like myself and many other people around the world and on the internet and gaming, we all saw the potential of Anthem. Everybody loved the mechanics, like the combat, the flying, feeling like you're Iron Man in the future. It was all fun. It was great. The bad parts about the game, though, were many, like the bugs, the loading time. The story was trash. I mean, absolute trash. There were several things that were wrong about the game, but underneath all of that, so much potential, and everybody saw it. I was really looking forward to Anthem Next. I was really looking forward to see what BioWare could do to save this game. Unfortunately, EA pulled the plug. I feel like this is quite the lesson for gamers and the gaming industry. I know for a while now people were getting upset with Todd Howard for saying things like it's not about how the game is released, it's about how the game improves over time, and everybody knew that that was just a bad idea. That's not a great thing to say about video games. Video games should come out working and being good from the start. You don't see people going out and buying cars that are broken hoping that they will be fixed later on. It doesn't work like that. If you're going to sell a product to people, it's got to come out swinging. It's got to come out perfect, if not near perfect. It's got to have everything in it. No bugs, great story, great everything. The sad road that the gaming industry is taking is one where these publishers want to just force the developers to put out these games before they're even finished, before they're even ready, and just getting those sales from the start and having a plan of fixing the game later on, which is, it's a far cry from how the gaming industry used to be. I mean, I look back on, I guess, the old Xbox PS2 days when there weren't really any updates to games. When a game was released, that's how it was released. And it felt like back then, without the ability to update games later on, developers and publishers actually finished their games. It was like mind-blowing. It's wild to think about nowadays. And then, even in like the PS3 and the Xbox 360 time, in the beginning, there weren't really updates to games. Games came out complete. They didn't have that many bugs, if any. The story was great. When a game came out, it was pretty more or less complete. But then as time went on, we started getting features of, well, I guess developers and publishers started getting the feature of pushing updates to games to fix bugs or, whatever is happening inside the game that they want to improve on. Not only that, that's when like DLC and stuff started. As we all know, the famous Armored Horse from Oblivion, I believe. Not a Bethesda game I ever played, but I've always heard stories about it. And as time went on, games started becoming less and less complete, with more and more updates coming out for them and bigger updates coming out for them. For some games, it was almost like revamping them entirely. While I really wish games came out as bug-free as possible, Anthem was not that game. But everybody saw the potential. Everybody was hoping for Anthem Next. It was axed. And unfortunately for Anthem as it is, it's a live service game, which means that at some point, EA is going to cut the servers. And once they cut the servers, all you have is a paperweight. If you bought the physical edition, if you bought the digital edition, all you have is an icon. Because if you try to download a game that's offline, you're not going to be able to play anything. It'll boot up and probably give you a message saying that the game is now offline and can't really do anything with it. I think on PC there might be a workaround that some PC players can have where they can create their own private servers or something like that. But on consoles, the game will be dead. And yes, EA said that, actually I don't remember if it was EA or BioWare, but one of those two said that they're going to keep the game running as a live service for now as is, which, and another kind of thing is unfortunate because there's barely any content in that game, which leads to the main problem of them leaving the game running for now is that because there's no content, the game is not going to stay active for very long. And I mean, honestly, ask yourselves, do you really think EA will keep this game going if it's not going to bring them very much money, if any at all, every month? It's EA. They lay off people when they make big gains in profits yearly. They're not going to keep this game running for much longer. Honestly, I give this game about 6 more months of runtime before we get a message saying that they're going to shut down all live services or all servers, or just shut the game down completely, which is it's so sad because the game has so much potential. And I think after this, I don't think we're going to see another Anthem game. I really don't. EA is just going to look at this as a big failure and an IP that's not worth revisiting at a later time or improving on at a later time. They're just going to see that this game came out, it didn't make much money, the developers didn't make as much progress on the next iteration of Anthem as they wanted to, and it's just not going to bring them the money that they want, even though it has potential to. The execs, they don't see that. They just see what happened at release, what's happening now, and what the money is looking like. And it's looking like this is going to be the end of Anthem. Now, I will be very happy and very willing to admit that I was wrong if we do see Anthem again later on down the road, but it's EA. I think this is going to be a dead franchise. Much like how they killed Dead Space after Dead Space 3. Didn't sell as well as they wanted it to, and didn't sell as many microtransactions as they wanted it to. Now look what happened. Visceral Games is gone. Dead Space, they're not making any more of it. Now I will say that there is always a chance they bring Anthem back. I mean, they did bring back Need for Speed, for better or for worse. I still say that Need for Speed was at its peak when Need for Speed Carbon came out. Well, to me, the peak was Underground 2, but I knew we weren't going to get another Underground 2. So Carbon was its peak. They did bring it back. It's alright, it's not that great. But besides that, EA doesn't really bring back things. This is so frustrating. And I guess one part I forgot to talk about is the lesson that it's teaching gamers, because live services, I don't like them, and I don't think gamers should really support them because of instances like what's going to happen with Anthem once they shut down the servers. It's going to be a paperweight, or it's going to be an icon on your system, because once those servers are gone, the game is gone. Whatever money you spent on the game, because the game wasn't free to play, you had to pay money to get it, at least the minimum of $60 when it first came out. Or if you bought it on sale afterwards, you were smarter than all the first day adopters of this game. Or if you bought the Legendary Edition, collector's editions where it comes with all this extra stuff and in-game stuff, it's all going to go, well, at least the digital stuff is all going to go away, but the physical stuff is, I guess, going to be another nice paperweight, because I don't see this franchise going any further than it is right now, especially if EA doesn't want to keep providing resources for Anthem next. It's unfortunate, but I think as gamers we should really be cautious about buying into these live service games, because once they're gone, once the servers are gone, they're pretty much gone, unless you're on PC and some dedicated fan bases creating private servers for the games. But even then, it's going to be hard, because with games like Anthem, there are these raids that you have to do it in a group, and if there's no people online, or if all the people are online are already in a group, so you have nobody to go in with, so you're trying to solo these raids, it's not going to be that fun. Anyways, that's all I really wanted to say. I'm just really frustrated and disappointed, especially since I bought this game and I almost bought it again on PC because it was on sale for like $8. Thought, why not? Anthem Next is coming. I'm sure it'll be very fun, especially on my new Alienware laptop that I got. I really wanted to check it out, see what max graphics would look like for this game, because it is a beautiful game. I'm glad I didn't, because like I said, I don't foresee it being online past 6 months from now. I really don't. Or if it is at the 6 month mark, if not sooner, they're going to send out a notice saying that they're shutting down servers. Like, I can bet you on that, especially since it's not making EA money. EA is all about the money and not about the soul. anyways, catch you in the next video. So of course, like right after I finished filming that video, it comes out that BioWare is no longer required to put the games live service or games as a service, live service, however you say it, I don't care, I hate it. But EA is no longer requiring BioWare to put that kind of service in their games. So, I mean, we got some good stuff from this whole Anthem debacle. Well, I guess debacle failure kind of deal. It's one good thing. EA is starting to see that gamers actually do like single player games. Unfortunately though, this kind of reaffirms my suspicion that Anthem is dead. I don't think it's coming back. If BioWare messed up so badly that EA is like no longer saying that they have to put that in their games, that's really bad sign. Almost sounds like BioWare is on its last legs at this point, honestly, because I mean, it's EA. They're all about the money. If they can't make as much money as they possibly can, they cut ties with things. So this honestly has me a little bit more worried for BioWare. I really hope that the next Dragon Age and Mass Effect games are really good. But yeah, I really don't see Anthem, for one, lasting much longer with the servers. And two, I mean, it's good that EA is finally realizing that live games as a service does not really work all the time, especially if there's no clear direction or any good management going on with the games. And the conspiracy side of me kind of wonders if BioWare purposely messed up with Anthem just so that they don't have to do that games as a service thing anymore, because it really sucks. But in the end, I think it's going to pay off for everybody for the next Dragon Age and Mass Effect games. I mean, I am a little worried about the timeline of development for those games now, because I'm sure up until this point, EA was requiring them to put the games as a service in those games. So now that they're not requiring it, that means that there's going to have to be a little bit of reworking done in these games to take whatever they may or may not already have in these games out. So I guess we'll see how things go with that.
I'm detecting one, no, two Shaper relics nearby. Might be part of how the Scars are making these weapons.
Let's check. Found the relic.
Scars have done something to it. It's gone volatile.